I was just watching the latest, or it's the new show on TLC. It's to follow up the show Sister Wives. It's called My Five Wives. Now, me and my fiance watch Sister Wives too because it's fucked up, and most of us who watch reality TV watch it because it's fucked up, and this show is just fucked up. It is. I mean, Sister Wives is fucked up. I mean, that's a show about this guy named Cody Brown. He was raised Mormon, and he had, in the beginning of the show, he had three, and then he met, in the beginning of the series, he was courting a fourth wife named Robin, and then they had they had a baby together. She had a couple other kids when they got married, and now they got like 17 kids or some shit. And they had to leave Utah to go to Vegas to move to Nevada because the authorities were gonna bust Mr. Brown and the wives for polygamy, and they could have gotten in some trouble for that. No, I guess in a way I don't really agree with. I mean, if they're all willing participants and stuff like that, I don't really. I guess that's your deal. You know, you want to, if you find like more than one woman to marry you, and they don't mind you, like, going to the other wife the next night, smelling of the last wife's poon stink. Hey, more power to you. That's just fine and dandy. But that's also, I mean, it is fucked up though. I mean, some things are just fucked up, and this is just fucked up. I mean, if I could use religion as some sort of rationale to just do whatever I wanted to, which is basically what Mormonism is. It's why Joseph Smith founded it, so he could, have a bunch of wives. I mean, I don't really see the whole other purpose for it. But, I mean, if you've ever seen this show, this guy, and when he's on talk shows with his other wives, I don't recall him asking them a lot of hardball fucking questions or just saying, you're a douchebag, like what part of it's like, how many fucking kids do you need to have? And it's fucking stupid. You can't be any kind of a father to 17 children. I mean, at some point it just becomes a cult to me, but anyway. So TLC followed up, with a new show because it's just like shows about pawn shops. This is the new thing. It's people in their weird religions, and the public seems to be quite just mesmerized with polygamy. So this guy's got 5 wives and I think 24 kids this time. I mean, I recorded it tonight, but I didn't watch all of it. I saw they ran a pilot of it late last year. I watched some of that, and it was just fucking goofy. I mean, this clown has got 5 women that live with him, and they're fucking okay with it. And now the thing of it is, though, the reason this is sort of palatable maybe by some of the viewers is because they don't look like the prairie dressed wives, with the big bouffant thing going on, all that shit. They look like normal suburban, housewives, and the guy looks sort of normal and shit. Cody Brown looks sort of like, I don't know, he looks like a cross between like James Vanderbeek and a Cro-Magnon. I don't know what the fuck is it. Far be it for me to fucking trash somebody's looks, but he looks like a douche. But he looks like a burned out middle-aged surfer guy, but he's a goofy Mormon. And it is. Religion, I'm one of the... Don't get me started. I think religion is fucking goofy. But this shit... Mormonism is the quintessentially next to Scientology, one of the most ludicrous fucking religions out there. I mean, it's just... I think they're all pretty fucking nutty, but Mormonism was basically founded by a con artist in the 1800s. When it comes down to it. But anyway, but people are relatively more accepting of this shit. Like, it's not that I don't think it should be against the law for adults to form this kind of arrangement if that's what the fuck you want to do. If you want to have kids to multiple women and take care of them and shit, that's up to you. I mean, it's a fucking terrible idea, but I don't think the law should stop you from doing it or anything like that. I just think it's fucking stupid, you know. I don't want to have a bunch of kids, and I don't want to. I need my alone time, maybe. It's just me. I'm just like, I don't need all that. I mean, I couldn't stand it. It's like all these. One time I was at a friend of a friend's house, and he was dating a girl who was Mormon, and they had like 8 or 9 fucking kids, ranging from baby to like, the girl he was dating was like 16 or 17. Fucking 9 or 8. Oh, it's like there was constant kids everywhere. I mean, it was all around you. It was a fucking zoo of people. It was horrible. I would blow my fucking brains out if I let live in that house. But I mean, that's me, because I mean, I had one older brother, and he went to college early. I mean, he went to college when he was 17, and I was just leaving junior high school. So I had the house to, I didn't really have a lot of people around all the time. I mean, I like people, but I don't like them. I like, quiet, I guess, and sometimes a lack of people. It's always nice to not have people around. I guess it's just maybe me, man. I don't know. I just don't understand these people. I mean, not even just like the polygamist show, but like the Duggars and that 19 kids in counting. They have 19 kids. I mean, when there's a time to stop cranking them out. You got like 2 or 3 kids. Hey, you're doing good. Okay, that's all you need, man. I mean, those Duggars, in between all these families, they have a bunch of these kids. I mean, at least a few of them they're going to be serial killers or whatever. So, you don't want to do that. Oh, it's awful. It's just terrible. I mean, I just feel the need to blast this. So I can't stand these fucking people. I can't fucking stand them. It's ridiculous. Like, who would do that? Who the fuck would do that? I never thought in my life growing up I was going to have a bunch of kids. Like, hey man, I can't wait till I'm 38 years old and I have 15 kids, man. That's going to be awesome. I'll never rest. I'll have to work 3 jobs. Unless I win the lottery. It would be fucking horrible. I would blow my brains out if I had that many kids. It's insane. I think kids are great, but there can be too much of a good thing. And that's definitely too much of a good thing, I guess, but maybe. But I don't know. I wanted to be a comedian growing up, so I didn't think, oh boy, family. I didn't really, that didn't occur to me having some family thing and that kind of shit. I just didn't appeal to me at all. It just seemed very miserable. I don't know, just constant kids. I don't dislike kids, I just dislike that many kids and other people's kids. I don't, and I just never considered it. I mean, I wasn't doing that well and, success-wise, so I'm not going to compound my problems by having a kid that I can't really fucking support that well, and then, then I'm fuck up dad, that sucks. So that's probably why. But yeah, these people need to be fucking, stop giving them TV shows, okay? Don't validate their stupid, bad behavior with television show. I mean, they can be out there and fend for themselves and however they have to and shit. I mean, but don't give these stupid polygamist assholes who think God told them to subjugate 4 women to some extent with and it is, and the religion does. I mean, most religions do subjugate women, and Mormonism does it. That's Mormonism's. It's one of the paramount principles of Mormonism to subjugate women and turn them into baby factories. So that's why I have a real fucking problem with it. It's fucking stupid. It just is. I mean, it's just why do you need to have that many kids? Are you that like because they want to pollute the country with Mormons? Do we, you know? And then I got more of these people knocking at my door, and you know, with the tie and the white shirt, riding around my town with bicycles and shit, you know, and I tell them to get the fuck off my porch, and I'm not interested in that shit because I don't believe in some fucking pseudo religious nonsense that is archaic in this day and age, you know, because there is no God really when it comes down to it. I mean, you believe in a God still? Are you out of your fucking mind? What do you think like the Garden of Eden happened, and you think like Noah's Ark happened, and you know, the whole story of Christ really happened? You really think that shit happens? You know, because when they whip you and beat the shit out of you and nail you to a cross and leave you, you know what happens to you in real life? You die. You fucking die. You don't come back to life, and you certainly don't, you know, die for a bunch of assholes from here on out's sins for all time. You don't do that shit either. If someone did that to me and on the off chance I came back to life or maybe survived it and got off the cross and was fucked up, I'd heal myself up and I'd get revenge on all those fucking Jews who nailed me to the cross, or Roman soldiers, or Pontius Pilate, or whatever. You know, that's what I'd do if I were Jesus. I'd be fucking pissed. That would be a realistic story I could believe, you know, fucking revenge story. I mean, that of course you would if someone did that to you. You'd be pissed off. Rightfully so. You wouldn't like, oh, I'm gonna go through all that shit, so I'll forgive, God will forgive you, my dad will forgive you later on for all those times you jerked off. You know, I mean, fuck that. That's fucking ludicrous. It's just fucking absurd. Oh man. Doesn't get any better than that. Wow, we live in a stupid world. Really stupid fucking world.